This is where we left off from the part 1. We continue from today. Guys, there's a side of me that most of you have never seen. When Onyame Kɛse takes over, I do not have control. I, Osofo Kojo Bentil, the person, the man that you know, do not have control. It is something else. And that is the side I always try to contain. I always try to hold in. But this day, I just couldn't any longer. There's something I say all the time. Why do men not want peace? It's like when you come in peace, they don't like it. They always want to see something beyond peace. This is why people can say foolishly on social media, oh, show power, show this, show this, show this. Spirituality is not about that. Spirituality is about controlling, maintaining. To whom much power is given, much responsibility is expected of you. So spirituality is not about demonstrating power, showing somebody you got this. So no, it's about teaching. It's about directing. When Onyame Kɛse takes over, you can't contain him. I can't contain him. I can't control. So I'm always trying everything possible to contain him. But it looks like men do not want peace.
Gini.
By this time, I was completely full of myself, totally calm again. Had to go back to my grandmother because she had heard what has happened and she was crying the whole time. So I had to go back there and console her, and she was just angry. She was just mad. She was just crying, giving the history of all the rituals my great-great-grandfather had to do to appease the dwarf energy that is in our home and that which I was only there to feed in my own house.
No, what I wore a brand a tree.
So grandma was saying there's no way I should let this go. I have to show something. Even grandma was saying I had to show power. Spirituality is not like that. The gods would fight for themselves. I do not fight for any god. If Onyame Kɛse is who he is, he will fight for himself. Don't worry. Eboboba.
about friend and about that. Now watching, I did what you call it. Neither no always. If you're in the figure too.
I had to tell Grandma she shouldn't worry. I'm going to the palace and I'll be back. And everything will be taken care of. And that is exactly what I did. But before we get to the palace, let me show you how these same people that accuse me of polluting their energies, polluting their gods, defiling their gods, showed me every single place their gods are. Let me show you. My own people. 3 years ago, I was in the same place with all these drums. The same place they came to fight me. They took me to the same energies. My own cousin, the chief of Aketechi. He's the one in the picture. The same place they came to fight me. 3 years ago, I was on the land. That was when I first did any ritual in my own hometown.
No matter where you go, this place is buried. Everything, every buzzer, and your buzzer, and your buzzer, and shadow. So you already be a buzzer you need. Unless you are in buzzer, the blood of buzzer is in you. You cannot sit on a control. I want to know to be here. I can only say what you get ahead. The man in I want to say, but the next one here, now 3 years. Oh, yeah, be more the way you now. The continuation.
You heard it from the horse's own mouth. No matter where I go, this is where my umbilical cord was buried. And I'm always going to come back to this same place. The same thing my ancestors did is what I must continue. This is why in the very palace of Aketechi, 3 years ago, myself, you can see Tobo Anoche, Tobo Aziza, Tobo Paul Zauze. Every single one of us were there 3 years ago performing the same rituals that this time around when I went to do, they said I'm defiling the same energies that I'm supposed to take over. Let's see. Here, and there's some history. What saddens me is how we can let this place grow. This is the same fort where my great-great-great-grandmothers were sacrificed to ensure peace, to ensure, listen, there's too much history in my background. So for the longest time, the mothers in my mother's line were not giving birth to females because our great-great-grandmothers were sacrificed as virgins into the crocodile energy in Fort Battistan at Butray. They showed me this history. They took me to all these gods. Listen, Cape Coast Castle. It's not just Elmina Castle. It's not just Osu Castle. It's all of these places. So if these places are not going to be honored and it's not going to be adored, then it's just sad. It's just sad. But we'll do what we can. Visit and pour libations, but it's just sad. If our ways were not right, if our people were not right, if our fathers were not right, why would these people journey all the way to our shores? See how far they went, the trouble they went through to get to our shores. Yet you that are in this country, on the continent, on the land, don't want to travel to your hometown, to your villages, to your father's background. To honor. They came all the way. Why did they bring the schnapps? Why did they bring all the things they put? To honor. Because they understood the ways of our fathers. They understood the things of our fathers. They understood the things that we had to do. The things that they knew life was working for us. If life wasn't working for us, why would they want to come here? They knew life was working for us. They knew we were living good. There's not a single way, there's no way that these people thought our lives were, lack of a better word, a mess. They knew we had a good, that is why they had to come. So they came. But you are running away from who you are. They came to our villages. You are running away from our villages. They came to our shores. You're running away from our shores. They did our rituals. They honored our energies, our gods. You're running. Everything they came to do is exactly what you're running away from. Who you are is what makes the difference, not who you're trying to be. Who you were created to be makes all the difference. Love you guys. Listen, I'm home. I'm home. Love the energies. Love being here. And we're going to bring lots of videos from here. But never cut yourself off from your background. This is who we are. This is who we are. This is our ways. Let's embrace our ways. Anyway, for Batterston, this is Butre. Butre are my own people. They're not different from the Buzia people, or they are hunter. Now, are you ready to come with me? We are now going to a very interesting part of the story. All the way back to Buzia. 3 years ago, after the conversation with my cousin, the chief of Aketechi, Nana Boza the Ninth, they chose somebody to take me to the energies on the island. You see me standing on the island? What am I doing there? How did I get to the island? How did I know there's an energy there? And there's an interesting part to it. It's still coming. Eboboba, where I'm from. And there's so many history going on. And in the right time, we'll come and meet Otumfor himself and have a conversation with Otumfor the 15th. Our great-great-grandparent is Otumfor Bedibonsu.
In 1837, the king of Ahanta, Nana Bedibonsu II, rebelled against the Dutch colonial government and killed several officers, including acting governor Hendrik Tonyboya. The Dutch government used the Treaty of Butry as the basis for military action against Bedibonsu, and an expeditionary force was sent to Ahanta.
He's the one that the Dutch captured and beheaded. And I learned the head is now in Accra, 37. He's telling me, so now when you look at the place, you would think that it was made artificially. Like people got the stones and actually designed it, but it's not. Everything you see around here is natural. It's just the way it is. Nothing is artificial. And this tells you how insane the Creator is and how divine everything here is. And I'm humbled. I'm humbled to actually touch my feet on this grounds. To me, this is a holy ground. This is a sacred ground. And I think that now that we are coming up, now that we are growing, we have to do all the necessary things to ensure that we put up a shrine here that we will use to honor our ancestors and our fathers. I'm humbled, and I'm totally humbled to be a part of this project. I haven't discussed it with anybody yet, but I know we're going to do it. We're going to set up a beautiful shrine here, and it's going to be a memorial. And I don't know most of the history, so he's going to tell me some, and I'm going to give it up to you. There's actually one of the gods that is here is Nana Abokwa. Yeah, one of the gods that is here is Nana Abokwa, and periodically when the time is right for his festival, the people here come to honor him and offer. There you have it, guys. They are literally the ones telling me about Nana Abokwa. What he likes, what he doesn't like, what he wants, what he does not want. And yet I am the person that has desecrated the place. I am the person that have brought filth to the place. I am the person that have brought abomination to the place. So apparently every year the animal that Nana Abokwa takes, the sacrifice that he takes, you cannot find anywhere. So what he does is that he himself, the God himself, would go to the forest and go and hunt and bring the animal home. Right? They say it looks like a monkey, but it's not. So actually brings the animal home, brings it home for the necessary rituals to be done. But when the animal comes home, this is what they do. The elders gather around, do the necessary rituals, do the necessary drummings and singings, and take the animal that has been brought by the god, and they use it for the sacrifice unto the god. Every time I get a chance to go on this island, you know the things we gather off the island. The youth in Busia will say the truth. If they will tell the truth, they are the ones that have taken it upon themselves to consistently or periodically go to the island and clean up the place. This is the story the youth in Busia told me themselves. I'm not making this up. Why did I go? Because I was willing and ready to do anything to ensure we keep the island pure and make it one of the most sacred grounds on the continent. This was my vision going there this year. This is 3 years ago. I said these things 3 years ago, and I'm repeating myself now. Can you imagine that? The tides are coming up. We don't want to get stuck here. That is a powerful shrine. It's a holy grounds. This is a very powerful shrine, a very powerful holy grounds. And I am proud to be a son of the land. I'm proud to be from this place. I'm proud to come to Nyankonton. I know he's decided that I'm home. Tell me. He's decided I'm home. We gotta go. We got problems now. We ran away, but I love you guys. Listen, we speak what we are. We are not trying to speak something that we are not. We are not trying to show you something that we don't belong. I have been away from the house, and the conversation with the 2-4 will come soon. At this point, I'm not even sure if I'm still proud to come from Busia. But watch the twist though. They took me to Nanam Bembeni, the chief god, the king god of Ahantaman. How did I know that? How did I know the history of Nanam Bembeni? But you see what I did? When I went back this time around, I knew this is the chief god. I didn't even attempt going there. Because I knew, listen, why didn't I go there? Because I understand protocol. In as much as there's no spiritual structure, spiritual system in Busia as we speak, there's no priestly system in Busia as we speak, I still have the wisdom not to go there. Why? Because the island people even go with their lovers and go and spend time there. They have foreigners, everybody going into the island. White people, foreigners from all over the world, they come to the island to come and do whatever they want to do there. I went to honor our energies, and they had to do this to me. Listen, Monday, we've come up with a lot of videos. You see it. The cattle here, or the bull, or the cattle here, and what they do is that they do the ritual, necessary rituals, and they slaughter the animal. They sacrifice the animal. Let me say sacrifice. It's a better word than slaughter. Sacrifice. So they sacrifice the animal and now take it to. But there was a situation where the other got Nana Pete. Nana Pete.
Yeah.
So Nana Pete was he's from Butre. The other Nana Pete was bringing sickness to the people of Busia, and Nana Bembe got up and chased him with a whip, and ensured that he never comes here. So he's literally a mother. What the fancy word will say, Barton, is a mother. Though he's a man, he's a male, but he's also a mother that protects every single person in the. Anyway, let's go back to my story. After they attacked us in Kamfokrom, we left the place, let my grandmother, who was crying the whole time, and we came to my palace in Akatechi. Did you hear what I just said? We came to my palace in Akatechi. If I'm a stranger, how am I sitting inside of the palace in Akatechi? How are the people? Listen, there are things that's why I had to mute the audio in this particular video, but I have the original video. There are things that was said in this video. My identity was revealed to everybody that was with me, but I don't got to say it here. We keep it. I know why we keeping these videos. There are so many videos that we're not going to show on purpose, and there are some videos that we will show on purpose. On purpose. Monday, I'll show some videos on purpose, and some videos for now, I will choose to omit them on purpose. Listen, some informations I choose to hold back. I choose to sit on them on purpose. The time has come. Do you see me leaving the palace? And we didn't just leave the palace. There are videos coming up. You see, when you're making your story, when you're telling your truth, you're not in a hurry because you know you have the truth in it and you know you're going to tell the truth in it. So I'm just going to keep quiet and I'm just going to let it flow. And all of you are going to know the truth. And after I'm done telling my truth, I leave the rest to the powers that be. Now the fight begins. After I'm done telling my truth, now we war.